Hey, I'm not sure where this will go. This will probably go on YouTube, because I don't know how long it'll be. But while I am in this state of post-release from a meditation practice I'm doing, kind of just wanted to share some thoughts. So I had a manifestation. Something I was manifesting, I should say. I don't know, one of the moons. I think I started it in August. With a twin flame. And I know how this works, and I've come a long way with manifesting. And so I do know how it works. And it was really going well, actually. I felt really good about it. Everything felt great. And I woke up day before yesterday, so Monday. I work overnight, so I came home and went to sleep and woke up again in the afternoon, right? And I just had this deep feeling to let it go. And when I say let it go, I mean I'm not talking about just non-attachment, which is really important in manifesting. I'm talking about saying goodbye. And it was bizarre because I was trying to convince myself. Sorry, that's super weird. I have an itch on my shirt. I'm scratching my shirt. And sorry, that's super weird. Where was I? So actually, let me backtrack. I'm sorry. I'm trying to do this in order here. Where this manifestation with this person would have led to a massively different life, which I understood. This was not something that scared me off. But for some reason, I woke up and I was like, no, I don't need this. I can ask for someone else that gives me the same amount of happiness without all these other cons to this one. And I was like, I need to just cut this off now. It was weird because I didn't feel it. And so I wasn't sure if it was really just fear of doing this or, I don't even know. But I did anyways. I got rid of all traces of this person. Anything, because I had a vision board. So anything that I used, right, to keep it in my mind. I had a box where I put down I did the love letter thing and I put it in, right? And I trashed everything. I trashed everything. And yesterday was a significant day, let's just say that. And like all day I was just, and I really tried to keep myself busy, but like if I was getting the telepathic messages, I was like no, like but funny enough, and this is why I wanted to do the video, funny enough, it came in harder, and it's not really unsurprising because when you pull your energy back, they feel that. And that's why non-attachment is such a big deal. Because if it's like you're too focused, you're too attached, that feels uncomfortable, right? Like even in 3D, right? Like if you're clingy, like people don't like that a lot of times, right? But I was really just like, no, bro. And I just felt it so much more, and it was so interesting to me. But I stuck with it. I stuck with it. It was hard, but I did. And I realized by the end of the day, so that was 24 hours at that point, and I didn't sleep well, which also unsurprising. Not last night, that Tuesday night. Yeah. My guide team, well, I was going to say finally came through. That's not true. I finally let them talk to me. That's really what I should say. And it's really about the way I had worded it was like, I release you from this manifestation. What did I say? I release you from this manifestation to find your true love, basically, is what I said. Something like that. Basically, like, I'm not it anymore, right? So, and I mean, guys, I was doing, like, all the affirmations, right? Like, he's so obsessed with me, yada, 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 all that stuff. And I was just like, and finally I was like, you know what? Like, I'm not doing this anymore. And I was just like, I release you from this manifestation. To find your true love is not me. And I could feel that from this person. Like, that was very upsetting. I was not feeling it in the same way. This was like when you break up with someone and they're surprised and they just want to keep talking to you to find out why, like, you did this. Like, that's what it was like. That's what it felt like. And so I'm just surprised at the way this has continued to manifest. Where I'm now focusing more on myself, which is really the way it should always be, to be honest. And I was to an extent. Now that looking back, right, like maybe not as much as I should have been. But I want to get back to focusing on my business. I wasn't really sure what I wanted from it anymore. Because I'm very different than who I was a couple of years ago. And this has really helped kind of get me back in there, especially with this new practice that I'm doing. If anybody's interested, I can share that. His new morning practice. And so once they told me, like, don't, like, cut him off. Basically, like, he's not going anywhere. It's just like, okay. I'll tell you what, nothing like your spirit guide team to bring you back to reality. Let me tell you. But it's a long story to really just tell you guys, like, I said it that way because I did have a goal in mind, right? Like, I really was trying to release this person from me. But it really, like I said, as time went on, the last, 12 hours or so, it felt like when they say, like, right when you release something, it'll come back to you, kind of thing. That's kind of an older saying at this point, right? Like, if it's really yours, right? Like, you release it and it'll come back to you. And that's just really what it felt like. So I didn't know if that might help some people with their manifesting. So even if you just do, like, hardcore affirmations for, like, a few days or a week, like I said, I did it probably for, like, a month, to be honest. I was pretty diligent, like, while I was working, as I work in a warehouse and I'm pretty autonomous. I would just repeat these things in my head. If I was alone, I would just, say them softly over and over and over and over and over, all the stuff and then just be like, just release it. So see how that works for you. I really wanted to put that out there. Like, my team Spirit wanted me to say something. See how that works for you. Just really going hard, intensely. Don't forget about yourself, guys, right? Like, it's about you. It's always about you. Even twin flame work, it has nothing to do with them. It is always about you. So don't forget you, play, have fun, but, go hard for a while and then just release it like a butterfly. That makes sense. So it's just kind of amazed me how this is all transpired the last 36 hours. 48 hours. So I wanted to share that. Cut it loose, release. It feels like somebody had a question here. You can't cut ties with your twin. Like, this is one of the things I've unfortunately had to learn the hard way a couple of times. You can't cut cords with them, guys. Please don't do it. It feels like you're dying, and I know that sounds super dramatic, like, I really do, but, like, if you've ever had your heart broken so terribly, even if it was like the passing, or if somebody got hurt, like a loved one, even if it was like a family member, right? Like, when you just feel that intense pain, like, all over, even though, like, emotionally you feel it, but, like, physically, like, that's what it feels like when you try to do this, guys. Please don't do it. Please don't do it. I'm trying to save you. Please don't do it. Like, you can't do it. It doesn't work. Okay? It doesn't work. So there are different ways. There's different ways you can do things. That made no sense, I'm sorry. But there's lots of different things you can do to help kind of, like, I guess, release it, kind of like what I was talking about. Release them, like not choosing them is really more what you're looking at doing. You know, really making like a declaration that you're not choosing them, because that can happen quite a bit. But please don't try to cut cords. Please remove cords, any of that. Removing cords is honestly the best if you're talking about other things, like other people, things, whatever. Please don't try to do it with your twin. Please don't. I beg you. Like, I promise. Like, it doesn't work. So I hope that helps somebody. Like I said, I know it was kind of a long video. I'll put it in the comments or in the description, like where you can skip to. And thanks for listening.